So I saw Captain America, the first Avenger yesterday, starring Chris Evans, Tommy Lee Jones, Stanley Tucci, Hugo Weaving, Toby Jones, and Sebastian Stan. Now I remember seeing the first Captain America movie that was made in like the 80s a long time ago. I can't really say if I liked it or not. I think I did at the time, but no, I was really skeptical about Chris Evans playing Captain America at first because I really did not. I'm really not a big fan of him. I didn't really like him in Fantastic Four or The Losers. I just think he kind of tries to be funny, but he's really not. But I was really surprised because he really did good in this movie. He did a great job. I could not believe like how much I liked him in this. That's definitely one of the main things that makes this movie work is the acting by Chris Evans, Tommy Lee Jones, and everyone else that's in this movie. They really do great in their roles. Hugo Weaving plays the villain in this movie. I think he really did a good job. And as his sidekick, that guy Toby Jones, who played Capote in the movie that came out right after the original Capote, because starring Philip Seymour Hoffman came out. I'm not going to go too much into detail about the plot of this movie, you know, what the villain's up to and stuff, but I'll tell you a quick, you know, synopsis of it. Like I said, this is the first Avenger, so this takes place when World War II is going on. And Chris Evans plays this guy who, like, really has a lot of balls, but it doesn't show in his physical features because he's really skinny. He's like, I think he's like 90 pounds in it. But he's really determined about fighting in the war, and he really thinks it's something that needs to be done, and he wants to just, you know, matter. So the people recognize how ballsy he actually is, so they decide to kind of put this crap in him that makes him really, you know, really strong and really muscular and big and, you know, really physically able, and not just able on the inside. And he has to stop Hugo Weaving from taking over the world. Now, like I already said, the acting really is what makes this movie probably the best. I think the action in this movie is really done well. There are a few scenes that really, you know, pumped me up, and that was corny, but the action scenes were really cool. The ending of this movie was really cool. I really liked the ending. And I also liked the overall kind of message that, you know, that guts wins over muscles, because I really can relate to this character, and I'm serious. I'm not kidding. As you can, I'm only like 100 something pounds at age 15, and as you can see, I'm not the biggest, you know, kid ever. But people like in school seriously know me as like someone who really isn't the strongest kid in the world, but I will never back away from a fight. I don't want to get in fights and stuff. I try to stay as away from fights as much as I can. Yet if someone challenges me to one, or if someone, you know, like if I feel the need to, you know, fight, if someone's like, you know, picking on me or whatever, I will do it. I mean, I'm sure in a lot of instances, I'm sure I'm gonna lose, but I feel it's something I have to do. Just because you're smaller and, you know, not really muscular or anything doesn't mean you're weaker than someone else. And I really liked how it showed that in this movie. The only flaws I can really say are the last line of this movie. It left me a little, I don't know. I think I think he just says the line and then the credits roll in and you're like, okay. But that's, you know, just a little nitpick. Also, I think this movie runs a little bit long. It's 2 hours. I know that's not that long, but I think it could have been cut down a little shorter. But hopefully this is the last pre-Avengers movie. I think it is. But you know, hopefully the last one is the Avengers. Also, stay after the credits for a trailer of the Avengers. Yeah. So yeah, quick review. I'm gonna try to make my reviews a little shorter. You know, just because lately they've been like 7 minutes long. There is a really cool thing how one of the characters is Tony Stark's dad in this movie. He's actually has a big role. But yeah, this movie, it's a good movie. I think I'd rate it like an 8 or 8.5 out of 10. I think it's probably the best superhero movie besides X-Men. But yeah, I am pumped for the Avengers. So see you later.